Buddhist monks turn on the LED lights to form an image of the Lord Buddha, as people observe Vesak Day, an annual celebration of Buddha's birth, enlightenment and death, at Dhammakaya Temple, Pathum Thani, near Bangkok, Thailand. Reuters. Sozayatan. Mourners react while attending a vigil for victims of the shooting at a Tops supermarket in Buffalo, New York. Reuters. Brandon McDermott. Megan Thee Stallion performed during the 2022 Billboard Music Awards at MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Reuters. Mario Angiolini. A bird sits on a cross amid newly made graves at a cemetery in the settlement of Stary Krim outside Mariupol, Ukraine. Reuters. Alexander Ermoshenko. People watch a full moon, known as the flower moon, rising behind the Temple of Poseidon, before a lunar eclipse in Cape Union, near Athens, Greece. Reuters. Alkis Konstantinidis. Kalish Orchestra from Ukraine pose after winning the 2022 Eurovision Song Contest in Turin, Italy. Reuters. Yara Nardi. Aria Moore poses as abortion rights protesters participate in nationwide demonstrations following the leaked Supreme Court opinion suggesting the possibility of overturning the Roe v. Wade abortion rights decision, in Seattle, Washington. Reuters. Lindsey Watson. A demonstrator participates in clashes with the Israeli forces following a rally marking the 74th anniversary of Nakba or catastrophe, in Ramallah in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Reuters. Mohammed Torukman. Smugglers pull a raft with asylum-seeking migrants from Central and South America across the Rio Grande River into the United States from Mexico and Roma, Texas. Reuters. Idris Latif. An advertising picture is seen at a hair salon damaged by Russian shelling, in a residential area, as the Russian invasion of Ukraine continues, in Irpin, Ukraine. Reuters. Ahmet Jadala. The moon is seen during lunar eclipse in Skopje, North Macedonia. Reuters. Ognan Teofilovsky. Ukrainian serviceman Shaba keeps watch in a trench at a frontline area in Roskolozova, a village retaken by Ukrainian forces in the country's Kharkiv region. Reuters. Ricardo Moras. A Ukrainian soldier sits in his Lada cart checking his phone as soldiers and volunteers from Territorial Defense Forces pause on the road as the convoy makes a stop on its way to the Eastern Front, near Alexandria, Ukraine. Reuters. Jorge Silva. Vision Track Racing team Scott Ogden falls during the French Grand Prix Moto3 race at Circuit Bugatti, Le Mans. Reuters. Pascal Rossignol. Queen Elizabeth and Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex, arrived to watch the Royal Windsor Horse Show Platinum Jubilee celebration at Windsor Castle, in Windsor, Britain. Reuters. Henry Nichols. Ukrainian servicemen of the Territorial Defense Forces fire an anti-tank grenade launcher as they take part in a training exercise, amid Russia's invasion of Ukraine, in Dnipropetrovsk region, Ukraine. Reuters. Gleb Garanich. A man walks past a car overturned after a Russian bombing hit the garage, amid Russia's attack on Ukraine, in Kharkiv, Ukraine. Reuters. Ricardo Moras. Werder Bremen's fans inside the stadium during the match, in Weserstadion, Bremen, Germany. Reuters. Fabian Bimmer. Poland's Iga Swiatek celebrates after winning the Italian Open final against Tunisia's Ons Jabeur. Reuters. Guglielmo Mangiapane. A couple shelters from rainfall underneath a horse-themed umbrella during a Royal Windsor Horse Show in Windsor, Britain. Reuters. Henry Nichols. Burnley's Ashley Barnes in action with Tottenham Hotspur's Davinson Sanchez action at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London, Britain. Images via Reuters. Andrew Goodridge. A Palestinian woman holds up a key symbolizing their demand to return to homes they fled or were expelled from in the war that led to the founding of Israel in 1948, during a rally marking the 74th anniversary of Nakba, or catastrophe, in Gaza City. Reuters. Mohammed Salem. A Palestinian girl takes part in a rally marking the 74th anniversary of Nakba or catastrophe, in Ramallah in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Reuters. Mohammed Torukman. Workers set up a giant canvas of the official poster of the 75th Cannes Film Festival featuring actor Jim Carrey in the film The Truman Show, on the facade of the festival palace ahead of the opening ceremony in Cannes, France. Reuters. Eric Gaillard. French President Emmanuel Macron meets newly elected presidents of the United Arab Emirates Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan to mourn the death of Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan at Al Mushrif Palace in Abu Dhabi. Reuters. Christian Hartman Poole. Trails of headlamps are seen in the night as runners make their way to the finish line, top R, as they participate in the running category during the XX3 101-kilometer international competition, where about 9,000 participants run a track through the Serrania de Ronda mountain range in less than 24 hours, organized by the 4th Tercio Regiment Alejandro Farnesio of the Spanish Legion, in Ronda, Spain. Reuters. John Nazca. Sensitive material. This image may offend or disturb bare-knuckle boxers. Take part in the Ultimate Bare-Knuckle Boxing Night at the Bowler Exhibition Centre, Manchester, Britain. Reuters. Lee Smith. Keila Fernanda, 4, daughter of Yolanda Martinez, a 26-year-old woman who went missing on March 31 and was later found dead on May 8, touches her mother's picture during her funeral service in Monterrey, Mexico. Reuters. Daniel Besserl. A couple sit in a car at a holding point for civilian vehicles damaged and destroyed by Russian attacks, as the Russian invasion of Ukraine continues, in Bucha, Ukraine. Reuters. Ahmet Jadala. Abortion rights protesters participate in nationwide demonstrations in Brooklyn, New York City. Reuters. Caitlin Oakes. A Ukrainian serviceman rests inside a basement used as a command post in Ruskolozova, a village retaken by the Ukrainian forces, amid Russia's attack on Ukraine, in Kharkiv region, Ukraine. Reuters. Ricardo Moras. Vera Pilipenko reacts outside her destroyed house, after it was hit during Russian bombing in the village of Bezruki, Burhachi district, Kharkiv region, Ukraine. Reuters. Ricardo Moras. Liverpool's Jordan Henderson lifts the trophy as they celebrate after winning the FA Cup. Reuters. Hannah McKay. Tourists dance at Plaza Real Square, after most pandemic-related restrictions were lifted in Barcelona, Spain. Reuters. Nacho Dos. Young Sheffield United fans sit on a bin outside the stadium before Sheffield United v Nottingham Forest match at Bramall Lane, Sheffield, Britain. Action images via Reuters. Carl Racine. A resident peeks out of her house near the site of the commercial building that caught fire in New Delhi, India. Reuters. Anushree Fadnabis. Chelsea players celebrate with the trophy after winning the Women's FA Cup at Wembley Stadium, London, Britain. Action images via Reuters. John Sibley. The St. Andrew's Ukrainian Orthodox Church is seen as the moon moves through the shadow of the earth during a blood moon lunar eclipse in Los Angeles, California. Reuters. David Swanson.